Bop. Hello? Alright. Once again, give me just 1 second here. Alright. Let's get Devastation up and running, shall we? Let me join this over. Alright, Devastation. Transformers. Alright. Gonna self-promo. Gonna like Swizz's server. Alright. How's everyone doing? How's everyone doing? Kyle Busch. I don't even know who that is, man. You keep saying that. Yeah, I'm here. Can you guys hear me or not? Yeah, you guys can hear me. Is the game too loud? Let me know if the game's too loud. I'm doing good. Just also noticed you can't actually hear the game. Here, turn down a little bit. We're just gonna be hanging out, playing some of the challenge missions because I have yet to do all of them on this new save file I have. Hello. Why Kyle? I went to a school with a guy named Kyle. He was dumb as a box of rocks, I'll be honest. Yo, we hit 2,420 subs right as I boot up the stream. Let's go. Hello, Destructor. Defeat the Decepticons. We're playing as Optimus? Or playing as Nemesis?
Let's go. This is what I call a robot in disguise.
Alright, we'll play as Nemesis Prime for this first one. Not that I think he's available right now, but Later I'll see if Kiva wants to join, because usually we have pretty good streams whenever it's me and him. Insufficient credits. I'm poor? Yeah, but hey, how's it going? What's everyone doing? I have prime difficulty? Yeah, I have prime difficulty. It's the only way to play this game. I'm kind of annoyed that you have to like unlock it, but it's also like part of the natural progression. Because like your stats at the beginning of the game, like most people would not be able to play. It'd be way too hard for Kidmate. Invincible reference. Recovering from TFCon. Oh, did you go? Lucky. I want to go. I want to go so bad, man. One of these years, I'm actually going to do it. I just don't travel much. Look who it is. You did say you would show up. It has been a while since, like, 2017? Not 2017, probably later than that. 2019, maybe? Oh my god, it's the King of the Road, no way. Not played Devastation since last stream. I do want to hear what you got from it. Hell yeah. Yeah, one day I'll go to TFCon. I'm not gonna tell anyone. Then just one day you're just gonna be like, man, Brush Ranger hasn't uploaded in like 2 weeks. What the hell's going on? Then I'm gonna come back and be like, yeah, I went to TFCon. Prime difficulty, lore, Autobot strength, prime drink before going into battle. TLDR, it was a mistake. You mean like the Logan Paul like KSI drink that has like lead poisoning in it or something? I'm sure Optimus Prime and the Autobots wouldn't really mind that. Also, hello. Welcome. Okay. I just wanted to get that skill capsule. Yeah, I won't have no effect. Oh, I already did it. Thunder. Yeah, that one. You die. Holy. Sure don't. I got the TFCon exclusive figures. I got Commander Class Optimus Prime, Starscream, Dead Autobot Ratchet and Brawn, Titans Return Power Master Optimus Prime. Also, I saw someone cosplaying Cosmos, a girl, I believe. Yo, she sounds awesome. Bro, calm down. Holy. But that sounds awesome. The voice of Cosmos in G1, oh, why can I not remember his name? It's like Michael something, I think. McConaughey, I think? God, I should know this. He's literally my favorite character. But he dressed up as Cosmos and did like questionnaires and stuff at TFCon, I think in 2015, because he got a new figure, which was really cool. I love when voice actors like love their characters and like will do fan events like that. Cosmos might not be the most, like, you know, fan favorite character of all time. Like, he might not show up in a lot of stuff, but he knows, like, that he loves the character and that there are fans of him. Come down here. I need the credit boost. Have you read the Ballpoint comic so far? I read the first chapter. I didn't know any other chapter came out because I'm gonna be honest, I didn't keep up with it. I thought it was like done, or like they were just gonna do another chapter, but I watched Delta Trion's video on it. It's really good. And I do agree with his point, like the whole like, oh, it's like for kids, like it's a waste on like the Transformers like slot. Like, oh, they made something kiddie, that means we're not getting something more dark. Like, we're literally potentially getting a Skybound show. So, I don't know, I feel like that doesn't make sense. And it's not taking away from the Skybound comic. You know what I mean? Like, we still got a Skybound issue this month. If anything, they've kind of sped up a little bit, I feel like. Like, we got this one a bit sooner than we usually do, and it was one of their best. So I don't really agree with the whole, like, oh, if they're making something like BotButts, or they're making something like Ballpoint, we're not getting, like, Transformers Prime or animated level stuff because of that. I don't know. Sort of reminds me of the Andrew Garfield showed up at Comic-Con before Wraith of the Amazing Spider-Man in classic Spider-Man costume. Except he was asking questions. Yeah. It's also like the Bumblebee movie where Peter Cullen showed up, did like the Optimus Prime voice, and went like, what is a bard gotta do in order to get his own solo movie? When Travis Knight was making the Bumblebee movie. Dude. Having like such a classic kind of G1 movie, like it was a about good and also bad time to be a Transformers fan back in like 2019. 2018 was great because we had the Bumblebee movie. And then 2019, like, we didn't really have a lot of content. Noticing how big studio Marvel are going to the panel, ever dedicated to upcoming movies like Coyote vs. Acme, FNAF 2, etc. Yeah. It's because they think they're above marketing, like, they'll go see it anyway. Which, good marketing, as we've seen with Transformers 1, it's not enough to be a big name, you actually have to put effort in for marketing. The trailer doesn't look good, people aren't gonna see it. And, you know, actually, you know, coming around and frolicking with the poors and the commoners, you know, that, you know, gets you good publicity, and then, you know, it gets more people, like, know, like, oh, this movie's a thing, you know? Cosmos original voice actor is great at playing villains like Seth from Street Fighter. Professor... Yeah, I searched him up. He plays like a lot of villains. It's funny because I saw a video that kind of like told people about like the Cosmos curse, which is that whenever Cosmos gets a toy or he appears in a show, the franchise like dies. Which is hilarious, but also kind of sadly true. Like, it's definitely a superstition, but like it has happened a few times. It's a weird coincidence. Like, if we don't get Earthspark Season 4, because it's weird that we haven't heard anything about it. But if we don't get Season 4 of Earthspark, Cosmos killed it. 100%. And I hope we get that Cosmos, like, Earthspark figure. It's not just a remold or whatever of just Legacy, but like with lightning bolts on the side. I want like a big chunky one. Other than Prowl, they've been doing pretty good with Earthspark figures being like original molds, I think. I'm not much of a toy guy, but I'd want to go the Toronto since it's closest to me. Being Canadian and all, I wouldn't want to travel like to the States, no offense. Okay. So far, I've yet to die here, so very happy about that. That was weird, the music glitched out for a second there. This is voiced to the same guy as Wrecker and Earthspark, Weird Al Yankovic, yep. Wrecker and animated was Weird Al, and then he came back to play Cosmos, dude. It's only a matter of time before he plays like Optimus and something. I don't know how many people here have watched it. Like... Ow, okay, I finally died, the shockwave. If you've watched, like, the Harley Quinn Transformers. The Harley Quinn Transformers show, yes. The Harley Quinn show, the main gimmick is it's kind of like a comedy. And it, like, just kind of pokes fun at DC and, like, you know, the absurdity of it all. And, like, it doesn't really ground them, but, like, it just dials up each character to, like, a caricature, like an 11 out of 10 version of themselves. And, like, you know, ramps up, like, the comedy factor. I want that for Transformers. I want a show that, like, just sits there and, like, pokes fun at the brand as a whole. Like, every side pokes fun at, like, the moviegoers, G1 fans, like, animated fans, like, toy guys, like, that kind of thing. I feel like that would do really well. Yeah, dare be stupid. They like definitely were rubbing their hands together, like we're getting Weird Al to play Wreck-Gar and animated, and he did the song for Wreck-Gar and G1. We're such evil masterminds. Derek J. Wyatt really was an evil mastermind. He was the best. I watched the first episode of Cyberworld. I did want to talk about Cyberworld. I liked it. There was some stuff I didn't like about it, but overall, I liked it. I think we need more episodes. They didn't post a schedule, which is weird, on Cyberworld. I don't know if it's gonna come out like a new episode every week, or what, Sonic Boom also had that sort of thing where pokes fun at the brand. X is a parody of the Sonic. Yep, something like that. I think we desperately need it. Ballpoint does that. Ballpoint has moments where it makes fun of like the Rumble Red Frenzy Blue thing. And like a bunch of other stuff, and the characters are just like kind of caricatures and like parodies of themselves, but like in a tasteful way. I think it's every week. Alright, how long has it been? I need my fix. It's the only new Transformers show we got, okay? You watch Optimus Prime in Star World broke the fourth wall when he said it would be nice to see a familiar face. So he looked at the screen. Was that a fourth wall break? I didn't really read that as one, but maybe it was. I gotta say, I want to do a video. Oh my god, it's Bumblebee? Not this time, Bumblebee! I'm about to pull a Skybound on you. Die! Call me last night, Optimus. I refuse to call that man Nemesis Prime. Take that. I really like that Optimus. I want to make a video on it, like how much I love when someone comes to the role of Optimus Prime and doesn't just do their, like, worst Peter Cullen impression, dude. I genuinely think Optimus Prime is a character much like Batman, where, like, Kevin Conroy is Batman. He was Batman, he still is Batman, he always will be Batman. But that doesn't mean that someone else can't come in and try and do a new take. Like, imagine if every single time, like, there was a new Batman, they just copied Christian Bale Batman, or like Kevin Conroy's Batman, you know what I mean? I genuinely think people should be free to like trying to take Prime in a new direction if they so wanted. I think you need to keep a lot of the core aspects of the character, unless you're going for something like animated where he's younger. But I don't know. Oh, I was just talking about Cyberworld. Yeah, rip Kevin Conroy, dude. Like I said, literally the Batman. Always will be Batman. Same thing with Peter Cullen. Peter Cullen is Optimus Prime, always will be. There's no replacing him. But I think it is important, especially in voice acting, to be able to not just do an impression of, like, the previous guy, you know what I mean? Destiny, Lance Reddick, you might know him from the John Wick movies, but he played Zavala in Destiny for past, like, better half of 10 years. Unfortunately, he passed away. I think he had cancer, unfortunately. And they had to recast him for the final DLC. They kept a lot of his voice lines in the game, but, like, any new ones for story reasons, because this was supposed to be like a big send-off to his character. Not send-off, but like, you know what I mean. Like a big thing for his character. So they got Keith David, who I absolutely adore. Keith David. If they ever do a live-action Barricade, get Keith David to do it. he needs to voice him in something again. Phenomenal voice actor. But they got him to do Zavala, and he kind of tried to do a mix between his own thing and, like, the old Zavala, but it's very clear, like, it's a different voice, but I think he did a really good job, and I love his take for Zavala. And it really fit the kind of darker tone that that DLC was going for. Might be a little too early, but I would love Earthspark Voyager class, Age of Crimes Twilight. Did any of you guys go the TF Con Toronto? I was just saying how much I wanted to, but where I just got done moving, it didn't really fit in the cards. Dude, Keith David as Barricade was my childhood. That was Barricade, not whoever voiced him in the movie. I don't think it was him. Like, he voiced him in the DS game, he voiced him in the Xbox 360 version of the game. Like, he just was Barricade to me. I love Steve Bloom, and I love his take on Barricade, but I was like, man, why doesn't he sound like Keith David? As much as I like Jess's Barricade, I always hear Keith David's Barricade whenever I see him in games and comics. Yeah, he just was Barricade to me. And I think a large part of that was the story and the direction. Because he sounds, like, kind of different in the, he's a bit more jokey in the PSP port of the game. He's a bit more, like, uptight and serious and doesn't really let a lot of personality through. And the, why is he not letting me have these? In the good old, 360 port of the game, he's a bit more uptight and serious. But he, like, as weird as it is in the DS version, so much, like, energy and, like, love and passion went into the character in the DS version of all things. Because they gave him, like, such a good script and story. Who's the guy who played Ironhide, who played Barricade? Ah. When the TF Con Toronto, and I'm so tired, I feel like garbage. Yeah, jet lag. Walk of Fame, actor Keith Davis term. Yep. I did like an IDW headcanon voice list, and on said list, I had Keith David as term. Like, if it was ever to get like a show or like how I just hear him in my voice, like in my head, it's Keith David. Like to hear Cry Walgreen voice RC. Kari? Did I messed that name up, didn't I? Well, you know what I meant. He was supposed to be the main villain of Rise of the Beast. I want to do one on that, but I think Trans Fury did one. He can rebrand all he likes. He will forever be Trans Fury. I think he should just embrace it. My favorite is Drift. G1 Long Haul. I love G1 Long Haul as well. Bayverse Long Haul actually wasn't that bad. I rag on a lot of Bayverse designs. I like Long Hauls. After playing this for a little bit, the whole like, hold on. Race me, optic to optic. See this move? No, it's not that one. That one, that move from Devastation, he does that in the Skybound comics, not even kidding. Oh, yeah, guys, I don't want to deal with you, so I hate that Jez was killed off in the Bayverse, first entry. Yeah, they had to kill somebody to set up the stakes, and I feel like they couldn't kill Ironhide. Ratchet, maybe. But I'm glad they didn't kill him off, because I did love Ratchet. Bumblebee they couldn't kill off, so Optimus they couldn't kill off. Like, genuinely, I feel like if one of them had to go instead, it would be Ratchet. But it just doesn't make sense, because he's like a combat medic. If they killed him, it would have invigorated the team for sure. But, like, Jazz was such a, like, kind of heavy hitter since he was second in command. It made sense. Pretty sure Ironhide became second in command after that. My favorite move is when you drive, hold triangle. Yeah. You mean like this? Boom! Boom! I love that one too. My girl would just break up with me. I don't know what to do. Play Transformers. Genuine advice. Do stuff you want to do. Focus on you for a bit. Take some me time. That's what I did. My first ever girlfriend broke up with me, and I felt like so bad, and she gaslit me into making me feel like it was my fault. So you know what I did? I pre-ordered Doom Eternal, and in 2020 I played so much Doom Eternal. I think I nearly 100%ed the game. One of the best video games I've ever played, probably just because of the personal attachment I have to it for helping me through such a dark time in my life. Genuinely love Doom Eternal. Best therapy ever. And she was like, oh, do you still want to be friends? I'm in the middle of a Doom Eternal mission, like, just, like, ripping and tearing. Like, it was the one where it's like, you can't just blow a hole into the surface of Mars. And then I was just like, you know what? No, and I just blocked her from everything. That's what you gotta do. You gotta do that. There's a new Doom game called Doom Dark Ages. Yep, if you take a look at my Steam profile, I've 100%ed that game because I absolutely love the new Doom trilogy. I think Dark Ages is easily the worst game. And when I say worst game, I mean 9 out of 10. It's because the other games are just masterpieces, you know what I mean? It's not really fair. Who's your favorite combiner? Favorite combiner is probably Verticus. I really like Verticus. The Combaticons are great, and then when he becomes Verticus is also just amazing. Superion is starting to grow on me, but I don't know. I don't know if that's good advice or not, but that's what helped me, and it's different for everyone. This type of video games are when the games support you to keep you going no matter what. Yeah. Since Doom is like just this ultimate power fantasy, like, what's a poetic way of saying it? It made me like take my life back and not feel sorry for myself. I was like, dude, I'm not the Doomslayer, alright? Like, I'm like fighting for hell. Like, Samuel Hayden listens to me. He's coming with me to my ship. I'm getting all the outfits. I got all the collectibles in that game, you know what I mean? That's just kind of how you gotta be about it sometimes. Video games are so important. Like, it's unreal.
Clarity of thought before rashness of action.
Yeah, but Dark Ages, I had like a few smaller problems with it, therefore I did not give it like a perfect 10 out of 10. Eternal is 20 out of 10. 2016 is like maybe an 11 out of 10, a 10 out of 10. The thing is, the multiplayer for 2016 wasn't the best. I didn't like it. But Doom Eternal's multiplayer, it wasn't for everyone. Not everyone was a big fan of battle mode. I loved battle mode. You can probably still play battle mode because it's only, like, you only need 3 people to get a game going. The game as big as Doom definitely got at least 3 people still playing it. I love punching the hell out of the gun. I prefer Megatron turn into a gun, tank, twin rotor aircraft, jet, or other. My favorite version of Megatron, animated Megatron, turns into a helicopter, turns into a dual rotor helicopter. And I absolutely love that Earthspark made him a helicopter again, like he's a big aircraft carrier, which kind of goes back to him being a gun in a weird way, because when he was a gun, you know, he needed the support of his fellow soldiers in order to utilize him. But instead now in Earthspark, you know, he carries around like Autobots or Decepticons, like in his aircraft mode, kind of like Stratosphere. So like, I don't know, it's kind of an inverse of what G1 did. I really like that. And I, like, did the person who I think designed him just went like, what if he just looked like Autobot Megatron from the comics? People who said like, I hate that design. I was like, bro, I hate you. I hate you as a person. It's like, man, why is Megatron Autobot? It's like, bro doesn't read the comics. Bro doesn't know the source material. I say gun, jet, tank, or maybe stationary cannon. Stationary cannon, I always felt like was on the weaker side of his alt modes. Like, I love Galvatron, but he could have literally turned into anything else, in my opinion. Yeah, Autobot Megatron, the IDW comics. It, if I think I seen an interview a while ago that said, Eric Sparks, designer, literally helped create Autobot Megatron, or he said, like, he was at least inspired by it. Like, that was, like, the reason he made him look like that. Eric Sparks is a mix of anime and IDW. Exactly. He's just, like, animated. That's my main problem with Earthspark, is we didn't get to see enough of, like, Megatron. If we do get another season, we probably won't see too much of, like, Megatron and, like, bunch of the, you know, older characters. There'll be more legacy characters, but I don't know. I genuinely think, like, I want to see more of, like, Starscream. Well, not anymore, because they kind of ruined Starscream's character arc, if I can be honest. I want to see more of, like, Megatron and, like, Soundwave. I love the scene where he, like, just points at him and he's, like, he's pointing his fusion cannon at Soundwave. And what does Soundwave do? He doesn't, like, you know, deflect it, or he doesn't, like, do anything. He just points at him and goes, "Traitor." And then Megatron just, like, he looks down at his shoulder cannon, lowers it, and he's just sad. That's called good character writing. Without saying, like, that much, one word was exchanged in that entire scene, but, like, you feel, like, the impact of that moment. If you know anything about those characters, like, if this is, like, even if it's your first time watching Transformers, you know why that's impactful. I just wish they did more of that. Galvatron was voiced by late actor Leonard Nimoy. Yeah. He was really good as both Sentinel and Galvatron. As much as I love Frank Welker, right? Like, Leonard Nimoy was just an amazing Galvatron. I wouldn't want him to voice Megatron, though. But I think he's, like, the perfect Galvatron. Oh, look at that. Hope Eric Spark comes back for one more season. I feel like after season 4, if it were to come back again, it would be overstaying its welcome. I do want, like, the next Transformers show. You know what I mean? Eric Spark's been going since 2022? Correct me if I'm wrong. So, the average Transformers show that, like, gets 3 or 4 seasons goes on for, like, 2-3 years. Beast Wars went on for, like, 2-3 years, so. Same thing with G1. So, I think that's, like, the sweet spot to end a show, is, like, 3 years and, like, 3 or 4 seasons. Rescue Bots was the longest running show. I think they're done. Okay, here's my theory why we haven't seen it yet. Is they're done animating for the most part, but they're, like, just fixing it up. Like, they know this is, like, the last one, so they want to do it good. Wouldn't mind seeing more of Terratronus. Terratronus was cool. I liked her. I like the idea of, like, since, you know, Earth is technically a colony world of Cybertron, and Cybertron and Earth are usually linked in some way. like in Prime or IDW. Makes sense that it would have its own title. Ooh. I have Terrans show up again in future media. The thing is, I think they will. I was talking to... I think it was Autobot Sonic. If you guys haven't seen his videos, he is literally John Earthspark. We played Fortnite, I told him that, and it was very wholesome. Very wholesome Transformers YouTuber moments. But I said to him, he's like, oh, I'm worried, like, after Earthspark, like, this is it. Like, we're never gonna see Twitch, we're never gonna see Crash, or, like, hashtag ever again. And I said, I genuinely don't think so. There's been so many times where, like, a character transcends the show they're in. Like, Bulkhead. Bulkhead was in, Energon, but he was, like, he was just, like, such a no-named character, he, like, was nothing. Like, you know what I mean? It's like Blackout or Barricade before the movies. Like, they weren't characters. But then Animated came out, and he became, like, such a standout character. Everyone loves Bulkhead. Then, what do you know? He shows up, he's in Transformers Animated. And he's, like, you know, this one of the standout characters in that show. Then, a couple years later, Transformers Prime. He shows up in the IDW comics as well. Bulkhead's become kind of a mainstay. The only reason that Hound in the live action movies was supposed to be called Bulkhead, the only reason he wasn't is because they were afraid it would conflict with Prime, and like audiences are stupid and they get confused. And they think it's part of the same continuity. I can't imagine why that would be a problem, considering the fact, you know, Rise of the Darkspark exists. I know. That tried connecting Prime's continuity, which is aligned with the movie, so I don't know. Striker could come back from Beast Machines to modern media like IDW, Cyberverse. Anything's possible. She was also an animated, like, you know what I mean? I genuinely think we will see the Terrans. I don't think they'll be called Terrans. I think they'll just be like Autobots and Decepticons. You never know. The next time we see hashtag or like, you know, Jawbreaker might be like a Dinobot later down the line. You never know. GoBots, the evil GoBot lady who has the funny laugh. I forget her name, but she's like a Formula 1 car. Everyone knows who I'm talking about. She's come back in like toy lines and media as like just a pure Decepticon as a GoBot. Or a non-affiliated Transformer, like a bounty hunter. It's weird because, like, Transformers is always evolving, but it's also always taking back from its past. So you look at something like, you know, G1 Cosmos, and then Cosmos wasn't in anything for years, and you're like, wow, it's been like a decade. It's been 2 decades, 20 years, we've never seen Cosmos. I just don't think we're going to see Cosmos anything anymore. And then he was in IDW. He was in the 2005 IDW timeline. Very early on, might I add. And he stuck through it all the way to 2017. He was a background character who turned into a main character in the later half of IDW's continuity. He was an animated. He's in Cyberverse. She's in Cyberverse because they gender banned Cosmos. He was supposed to be in Prime. They were gonna do an animated G1, like, or animated episode about Cosmos. He was, you know, like, he was in the Dreamwave comics. He's in Earthspark. Like, if you were a fan of Cosmos back in the 80s and all these years passed and you went, man, Cosmos isn't in anything. It's funny how, all I'll say is it's funny how Transformers works. You think a character's gone forever, you're never gonna see him again, and like they're like so oddly specific to a specific time era of the franchise, and then out of nowhere you're jumping out of your seat because they're in the newest thing. Yeah, Blur, like, he was just a random character in, like, G1 in the later half, and you're like, man, we're never gonna see Blur again. Boom, pops up in Armada. He's in Animated. I can't remember, was he in Skybound? I know he was in IDW, obviously, in Dreamwave, but I can't remember. I might be thinking of someone else now that you mention it. He might not have been. But that's what I mean about Transformers. They have so much, like, rich history to pull from. Also, Cosmos was in the Bayverse timeline. Like, he was in the comics with, like, Alita and stuff in Reign of Starscream. Characters are never forgotten about, even though it feels like it. Sometimes they're just hibernating. Sometimes they're just taking a break. So, you know, you're an Earthspark fan, you're like, man, we're never gonna see Twitch and Thrash ever again. We're never gonna see, you know, all these Earthspark original characters. I wouldn't worry too much about it. Because Hasbro are going to want to keep the rights to these characters. They know people were fans of them in Earthspark, so I can see them just becoming like normal mainstay like Autobots and Decepticons in the future. Whatever the next Transformers show is. Which I am interested, like, Cyberworld still kinda counts as like a Transformers show, but like it's not like the main one. So like I'm excited to see what we get next as well. Yeah, he's also in Red. That's true. That's true. You got me there. I completely blanked on the fact that he was in Red. Ooh, look at that. 99999 right across the board. Yeah, Transformers is crazy. That's it. Listen, there's like more Transformers, like named Transformers, that actually have figures and have appeared in like shows or comics than Pokemon. So, you know, you can't always get them in everything, but they'll pop back up when they're needed most. Earthspark, I thought for sure, I was like, dude, they're never gonna use Tarantulas again. Then he just shows up. He's very happy to see Cosmos in it. Pop in for the W on the perfect. Thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate everyone just coming by and talking Transformers. Alright, have a good rest of your day. Thank you. I'll try. So far it's going pretty good. We're just talking about Transformers stuff. And legacy characters appearing in upper media. You know who hasn't been in stuff for a while? Warpath. But I have a feeling like Warpath will come back eventually. I mean, he was in Skybound, so... Me being a Cosmos fan, Cosmos has been eating good recently, so like it's almost selfish, like compared to like Warpath fans who haven't gotten a whole lot since Animated. I died. Warcraft was voiced by David Kaye, who also voiced... Yeah. I did not know he was voiced by David Kaye, though. That's pretty cool. Hello. You know what's a video I need to make a sequel of? What if Transformers did a... Or what if Fortnite did a Transformers theme season? It's going pretty good. How's it going with you? We were just talking about, like, characters that we haven't seen in a while in Transformers and how, like, no one ever really gets left behind, kind of thing. Especially if you're a G1 character. We're talking about, like, Transformer shows and just whatnot. I'd say it's going pretty good. Holy uppercut. Have you read Shard Glass? Also, you're on Twitch. I was way back when, like 2019, 2020, but probably not even 2020, 2019. I think the last time I streamed might have been 2023, but that was just me basically telling everyone, like, hey, I quit Twitch. YouTube. I know I don't, like, you know, I'm not, like, the biggest streamer or whatever on YouTube, but I think it's funny because, Twitch sent me an email when I announced I was quitting streaming. And I was upset because, like, I had, like, 50, 60 bucks in holding. That's a long time. Yeah, it is, but I didn't really care much for Twitch anymore. I didn't see a future. The discoverability on Twitch is awful. But I have people come in here all the time. It's like, oh yeah, I'll subscribe to you. I'm like, oh, what the hell? Like, that never happened on Twitch. People don't just find a new streamer and go, oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I'll just follow this random person, you know? By the way, is your OC, is this your OC PNG tuber model? Yes. So, to explain, jeez, don't make me feel that old. To explain, essentially, I love Cosmos. He's my favorite Transformers character. So what I did is I have a TV head OC, and usually he's just like normal, wears like, you know, red hoodie, blue pants, like pajama or purple pajama pants, like just, you know, normal attire for me. But I drew like a cosplay, so like he cosplays as Cosmos. And I use that whenever I'm playing Transformers games, and specifically like TFA Cosmos. I thought it was pretty cool. to have like him wear a different outfit depending on what type of game I'm playing. Like I have a Bellatra one where he's like the card dealer. Yeah, but it was really funny because in no way was a big streamer. Like I barely had like 200 followers, I think, on Twitch. My most viewed stream was like 20, but then they immediately... No, that was a Mixer. I tried Mixer as well. I did make it myself. If you want to see my other art, I used to have an Instagram. I deleted it because Instagram's toxic. I hate it. But I made a Tumblr account. Ooh, I know a Tumblr, but... Yeah, I post all my art on there now. Never felt better about posting art on a social media platform. But essentially I had $60 and I went, I'm not gonna get that 60 because you have to have 100 to pay out on Twitch. And then I did like my last stream and I'm like, I'm just streaming exclusively on YouTube now. And then out of nowhere, I'm out with like my parents, I'm going thrifting, right? And then I get an email from Twitch and they're like, hey, Stranger, we actually updated our terms of service, and you can now pay out for $50 instead of $100. You don't have to get $100 to pay out, right? We hope you keep streaming with us and like whatnot. I just went like, oh hell yeah, I got my money, and I still get to leave Twitch. No way was I gonna keep streaming on that platform. It's miserable on there. The only thing I like more about Twitch is it's more interactive for chat. Like you guys would be able to do more stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I always liked that story because I was like, oh, I got like 64 bucks out of that. And then they tried to be like, hey, we seen that you're doing... Like, they probably said that to a lot of people. But I just think it's funny, the timing, that they're like, we hope you keep streaming on Twitch and, like, growing your audience on here. It's like, bro, you can't. Plan on rigging or customizing your model? I should. I haven't revealed it yet, but my friend just, on a whim, made me a... like little low poly model that I'm planning on using for videos. So I don't know how hard that would be to rig that for a stream or have it just do an idle animation. But maybe I can do that in the future. It would be very cool. Have you seen Superman? Okay, no spoilers, but I have seen it. Really good movie. I'd say it's like an 8 out of 10. Also, my friend do art stuff. Her name is Sophie. She's a fine artist. I believe it. Yeah, I also do lots of art. If you want to check my stuff out, go search up Tumblr and then just Brush Stranger. I should pop up, hopefully. But I do lots of cute kind of art like this. Hold on. Dude, Kiba. That's funny. Hold on, I just gotta charge my phone because that's what I used to look at chat. I don't have like a quadruple monitor set up like most people. Yeah, but set up the PS3 and like the Xbox One, so now I can play like War for Cybertron on my big flat screen. Very happy about that. I just need a couch now. I would so stream PS3, but it's really annoying because I don't know, have you guys ever tried streaming like movies like through Netflix or Disney Plus or whatever streaming service you use with your friends on Discord, but then it's like, oh, it's a black screen, we can only hear it or whatever, as an anti-piracy like kind of technique, they like can black it out so you can't stream it. That's the entirety of the PS3 console. So as much as I'd love to go stream War on PS3 and do game nights, you can't unless you get a splitter. I don't have a splitter. I don't have a master splitter, so. Once again, Sony being one of the worst companies ever. Yeah, I might go see the Fantastic Four movie, but the thing is I just bought like Superman movie tickets and that was like already, well, it wasn't that expensive because I had like gift cards or whatever. I had like gift cards left over. I had just enough to like buy a ticket. I think I had like a few cents left on it, so. Clarity of thought before rashness of action. Yeah, but Superman was good. I want to talk about what I liked and didn't like, but I don't know. I feel like it's kind of a spoiler. Just have you one guy be like, "I didn't like when they did this in the movie." So I don't really want to bring up too much in case I spoil something, because I'm a rambler. I do want to go watch the Fantastic Four movie, though. I think that would be a fun time. There's one thing I don't like about this challenge mission, is that it's like, hey look, it's Wheeljack and Bumblebee. You already fought them at the beginning of the mission, but they're back. I'm gonna clobber you, Bumblebee. Get up against the wall, Bumblebee. Why do you have to fight the Autobots? It's implied they're like clone Autobots by Megatron, like that one G1 episode, I think. To the moon, Bumblebee. Never question me again, Bumblebee. It feels like they're really padding out this challenge mode, just, you know, adding the Autobots twice. It's like, how many clones of the Autobots are there, guys? Come on. Hi, I'm Frenzy. Where's that Rumble? I'm a Rumble Blue guy. Oh, you killed your son. You are nothing. Whoop. Spin the win. Goodbye, Frenzy. This is like Escalation. It's just a challenge mode where it's essentially just a boss rush. So, yeah, kinda. After you beat the game, you unlock something called challenge missions. It's like just defeat all the Seekers, or they just put you in unique situations. Oh my god. He's after me. Coming after you. A Mind-blowing challenge idea, you play Bumblebee, but this time he's green. It's me, Green Bee. Pretty sure that would just be Glyph. I'm Bumblebee, but a girl, I'm green now. I'll rip out your optics, Megatron. What if I... Megatron, don't do it. Fell for the same old trick twice, Megatron. No. I think Glyph blue. Is Glyph blue? I think it's like a bluish green. Or she was green in something? I might be... No, I'm thinking of Tap Out. Tap Out is green. Tap Out is like this gross, like, gray gunmetal green. You know you can teabag people in Devastation Look? You can't do it if there's like an enemy nearby. I lost to this guy last time. I know how, he's so easy. It's not like he's a prime or anything. Okay, fine, we'll do that move. I let him get those hits. Lego Soundwave? Lego Soundwave looks awesome. I'm not even a Lego guy, but like if that was a thing when I was a kid and in my Lego phase, it'd be over. That's rank. Look, you can kind of teabag. Lego Soundwave looks epic sick. Okay, I've done all of these. Head to the last level. Okay. I forget who it was, but someone was like, Devastation's kind of cool since it's like a G1 game, but like the combat isn't that good like as other Platinum Hits games, and if you really think about it, like the gun customization, the loot system's pretty bare bones, and I'm like, bro, you are playing on the lowest difficulty. Try playing Prime mode and ranking up like your weapon all the way, and like it's pretty in-depth considering what it is. It's not really that in-depth compared to other games. I'm like, oh yeah? Like what? Yellow Perk Soundwave? Nice. Double S rank, nice, I know. It's huge. It's great. Yeah, let's bump up that max energy. Like, if you actually start infusing stuff, you know, you actually start being a big boy and you mess around, see how, like, all the skills I have on one weapon, and then if you go into the tech tree, see this? You actually develop some good tech. New tech. Ooh, let's go. I got 6 now.
Fascinating. Let me see. It'll work.
Like, you can actually do some pretty insane builds.
Looks like it does. It happens.
I just kind of wish there was more content. I know 50 challenge missions is a lot.
Something went wrong. I think I see what we can make with these.
Put on your big boy. Dude, I don't want to throw shade at another YouTuber, but you know what? If you know, you know. There is this one guy who like got something like incredibly wrong, right? Like about something, and then his response was hilarious. He was like, get on the school bus, put your big boy pants on. This isn't baby hour. Get your warm cookies and milk and leave my channel. Oh dude, it's called Google, use it. I love that guy. I hope he knows that I love that guy. I'm gonna develop some more tech.
All right, got it.
Game makes me want Wheeljack's modified chips. Yeah.
Is legendary.
Ultimate attack move, HP overflow,
Let me see.
XP.
Looks like a dud. It happens.
I love how he's like, it looks like it's a dud, and then it's like actually like a pretty decent module.
I impress myself.
Max dodge level 2, melee attack up, sure. Stab defense. That's good. This one sucks, right? Can I sell tech in the lab? I can. You're getting pennies on the dollar of what you invest into it. Like 20k for something I made using 50k credits, right? You can store up to 200. I did not know that. I just never reached the limit. I was just happy with the chips I had. Yeah, they kind of... I don't know about edible, but... I don't know. They look silly. I like them. There's recovery items into XP when health is full. I don't really need that. XP doesn't matter. Here's what I'm gonna do. Items. I'm gonna sell 3 of these. Yeah, my stats are maxed, which is good. Hello. Chidor didn't die in servers. He would have made a great mascot of Cheetos. Interesting take, I guess.
This is legendary.
Extra XP. Was I just not saying like how garbage XP is? How much I couldn't care less for it.
All right, got it.
Like a maxed.
Sometimes I impress myself.
Vehicle defense up, reversal power.
Let me see. It'll have to do. All right, got it.
Made the person to extract the models, extract the textures too, so I was able to get workers search on brutes, flyers, and soldiers. Nice.
This is legendary.
Yellow, from what I can tell, is XP.
Fascinating.
Like, I don't want yellow.
It'll work.
Focus duration.
All right.
Focus duration is also really hype.
Sometimes I impress myself.
Focus duration level 10. Like, that's really good. Extra XP. I don't want XP. Yeah. Credits is good. Yeah. Alright, I think that's pretty good. Let's try it out. Yeah, but that's awesome. That's awesome, dude. Out am I? Okay, let's get this one.
You'll have to do better than that.
Yeah. I did not like Cyberverse when it first came out. Could not stand it. So when people kept saying like it gets really good in like season 2 and 3, and then out of nowhere on TV it pops on, and I'm like, I'll watch it. It's Transformers. Why not, right? And then I get like something that's like actually decent. I got the Quintesson arc episode, right? I was like, hang on. This is actually pretty interesting. Like, I'm interested. I'm present for this. What? We're fighting both combiners here? Okay.
Not even close.
And that season review was gonna be based on episode description, based on trailer.
Yeah. I was genuinely surprised, like, how good it got. I was like, dude, this, like, show, like, it ain't for me, and it's not even, like, dumb kitty, like, garbage. Like, it's not made for me. Like, it's just, like, so unfunny that I can't even, like, if I was a kid watching this, I wouldn't be a Transformers fan. Kids deserve good Transformers cartoons too, that's the thing. Season 1 was not a good Transformers cartoon. Season 2 onward was good. That's the difference. They got their act together. Left is always right. Like, I watched animated growing up. I watched Prime. I do want a new show where, like, there's an ongoing plot thread and it's, like, really good, like, theory crafting. Because I remember seeing, like, Optimus become, like, a Decepticon in Season 3 or Season 2 of Prime and being like, what? How's that plot line gonna go down, you know? Like, anticipating the next episode. I'm glad that the Cyberverse, not devs, the show runners and the animators and all that, never took it to heart like how the RID 2015 people did. I remember being in the fandom at the time, being one of the people kind of upset. I'm like, where's... Like, watching Diamond Bolt's video about it, like... I'm a fan of Prime, I'm a fan of the previous show. So what happens to this character after the show? And then them going, like, we don't know, like, stop asking us. And it's like, wow, viewership is down. I wonder why. It's like, you keep chasing away the people who originally liked your show. Kind of weird. Kind of funny how that works. Like, you can't have it all. You can't have... You're about to be king of the junkyard, dude. Season 1 was like internet humor, and not like good internet humor. Like, that's the best way I can describe it. Bumblebee was so annoying. Is kinda good. Do you know why it's good? You're about to tell me all the reasons why it's good, and every single one of those reasons is because of Prime. So, it doesn't count, because the showrunners wanted it to not be Prime. And I kind of feel bad for them because they wanted to make something that wasn't a sequel. Then they were forced into making a sequel, right? But, I don't know. As a fan at the time, like, I see you saying, like, oh, well, like, stop asking us about what happened to Megatron or Arachnid or, like, you know, Starscream or the Predacons. Like, stop asking about that. Just, it's not made for you, so stop watching. It's like, yeah, it's fine. Didn't do as well as Prime. It didn't get nominated for awards like Prime did. Didn't have the audience or the cult following it did as Prime. The toys didn't do as well as Prime. They wanted to make a sequel to Prime. They didn't want to keep the art style, tone, characters, or story of Prime. And they're supposed to be the imposters. Meanwhile, Optimus Prime dressed up as Nemesis. I also love Prime. I don't think it's the best Transformers show of all time. I think animated is. Prime's a good show. It's not as good as animated, though.
Clarity of thought before rashness of action.
I want another show that is better than Prime. That way people stop saying Prime is the best. I want a good, my chair is way too squeaky. I want, a new Transformers show. And people keep saying, like, I just want a sequel to Prime, or I want a show that's just as good as Transformers Prime. I don't want a show that's just as good. I want a show that's better. I want a show that, like, pushes the boundaries and, like, fixes some of the mistakes Prime made. And just makes a better show overall. I want higher quality than Prime. I want elevated storytelling. I don't know. I don't mind it having like lighter themes as long as like the characters are likable, but I do kind of miss dark, gritty Transformers. I think recently we've gotten a lot of lighthearted Transformers, but I think we need like more mature stuff like Skybound, where it's not like it's like, I don't want Transformers to be like, oh, everyone dies. It's gritty, because if you go too far on the deep end, then you get Zack Snyder. And you got like Michael Bay's Transformers. I want something like Skybound, where it's like bright and colorful, but it's still like a dark, mature storyline.
Yo, how's it going?
Made the first pilot episode, let's go. Called the Crab Pilot. Nice. Basically invincible, yes.
As a Prime fan, 100% agree.
Always aim to be better. I see so many people settle, be like, I just want either a sequel to Prime, like something that's like the exact same thing as Prime. I just, like, whenever people say like that, I'm just like, don't you want something like new? It's like Prime had like 3 seasons in a movie. Don't you want, like, something new? Like, I want new characters. I don't want to keep following around, like, Bulkhead, RC, Bumblebee, Optimus. I want to follow around, like, a new cast and, like, learn to love them and, like, leave Prime where it was, because Prime, in my opinion, had the perfect ending. I think Animated had a perfect ending as well. I think Prime's ending might even be better if it didn't leave so many cliffhangers. But if you want to ignore those, it's better than Animated. And I love Animated. But because of the cliffhangers, not really. But still, that's why you can't really continue Prime. That's why everyone who tries to continue Prime or asks to continue Prime or makes really bad fan films trying to continue Prime fail. It's because it's such a hard follow-up without undoing everything that made Prime great, in my opinion.
I like Prime and Animated. Animated, then Prime.
That's my ranking. And then I'd probably put Beast Wars.
Then below that, G1. And then... probably Cyberverse?
And then BotBots, for sure.
Well, actually, no, Armada.
I love Armada. There should be a button
to just sell all or sell a multitude. Anime are definitely the best, yeah. For my fan film, basic sponsoring backstory when it first comes to Earth, yeah. Armada is great. Oh, you feel like generic nobody characters of Transformers, Mass Army generic Decepticons, Five Faces of Darkness were made into characters.
I don't know. For me, Transformers, right? They're not just robots, and they're characters. Like when you see Bumblebee, or you see Optimus, Megatron, Starscream, Shockwave, Soundwave, Cosmos, Grimlock, Ironhide, like Sound Blaster. You see all these characters, and you recognize them, and they have such distinct personalities, right? And like designs. So like not having someone super iconic like that is cool, but it's people aren't gonna watch it unless it's More Meets the Eye. More Meets the Eye was perfect because it had like barely any super recognizable characters. They took a lot of characters people hated, took a lot of characters nobody knew about, took a lot of characters that were just, you know, like Rodimus Prime. Someone who's like just getting into Transformers won't know him. And they made them some of the best characters in like cinema.
Best description from Transformers 7 is the Nokia bot and the Mountain Dew bot vending machine. Yeah, those were the best Decepticons. A marathon of all TF shows. I wish you luck. For me, I would do a silly little fan rewrite of Prime based on what if all the high-end toy characters and unused characters were in Prime. That'd be cool.
That's one of my biggest problems with Prime is that it's a skirmish. It feels so small. It's not a war. We are at war with the Decepticons. No, you're not. It just feels like such a small scale battle.
You know what I mean? Here's up here in the Toyland, like Cup, Mirage, Hotshot, Wild Rider, the unused characters like Ironhide.
Cosmos was supposed to be in Prime. The showrunner said that. Season 4, they were going to do Maximal Cowboys, and they were going to do the Star Seekers, which, I'm telling you right now, we need a Star Seekers show. Like the movie toy only characters. Dude, Wreckage is cool. I made a 3D model of him if you go look at my shorts. I made a YouTube short in PicoCAD. I made Wreckage because I think he's pretty cool. And he was in the comics. He was a toy line character only, and he was in a lot of the like web games, like the Flash games. You could play as him. He's cool. I really like him.
I get the voice Cosmos because he'd be great. Wait, hold on. Are you asking me a voice in my project? My fan film series is called More Misty Eye, and it's going to be a live action series with the Autobots transformed into real life cars, Decepticons, also into real life vehicles. That sounds like insane. But yeah, I'd love the voice Cosmos in pretty much anything. I like the movie toy only characters. I've yet to watch Energon. I'm gonna get into it, but I'm kind of dreading it. Energon is alright. It has its ups and downs. The animation and like some of the voice acting and characters are the worst part of it. The story is actually pretty good. Transformers animated DVD, you should have bought it. The Transformers Revenge of the Fallen would be better when Sam drops the Allspark into the kitchen bots would combine into one giant robot. That would be awesome. I want to take a nap, but I don't feel like it. Usually I watch stuff to help me sleep. Especially recently. I know this bridge isn't that long. We're like almost at the end of it, sure. Like, I got burnt out of my mind, going for Bumblebee story, want to try TFP rewrite story. I'd love to like rewrite something one day, but like the amount of work that goes into that to actually make it good and like entertaining, it's a lot. It's not enough just to come up with like a good story. You gotta keep people entertained. SS rank, hell yeah. Great use for this. Made my own Legacy TV series pitch-based idea. Dude, Legacy should have had a TV show. Like, I thought that's what they were gearing up for, honestly. I think you're absolutely right. Also, if I can be super honest, I hate the top-down missions. I'll have simple researching, voice Vulcan. Yeah. Have you guys been keeping up with Skybound? Okay, my phone's at 50. I can bring it back here. Sorry. If it feels like I wasn't reading the chat as much as
usual, it's because my phone was to the right of me instead of the left of me. So it made it kind of hard to focus on both. But, alright. Actually, yes, Legacy was going to have a show, but they canceled one of the characters. Was going to be Straxus. Dude, that would have been great. Yeah, but I should be on the ball more with chat here. All caught up on Skybound. Hell yeah. If you're all caught up on Skybound, highly recommend Void Rivals. A lot of people, I think Swizz and Delta said around between issues 12 and 16, they gave up. They were like, yeah, no. But if you really stick with it, like, it does become kind of a slug. It is a bit slower, but I feel like that's just because they're very used to how Transformers is. And I feel like, and I do agree there is some pacing problems with Void Rivals, but if you stick with it, it's not as fast as Transformers, but it's still really good. Like, if you give it a chance and you, like, just give it a second to catch its breath. The new stuff going on with it is really good. I don't like Straxus just being a guy, because in IDW 2, which I'm pretty sure is what the Legacy figure is based on, or vice versa, he's just kind of a guy. Nolan wins. You're starring Void Rivals. Let's go, dude. Let's go. Void Rivals is so peak. With the first few issues of Skybound on Global Comics app, I'm not all caught up to Volume 3. Yeah. You need the sleep. It's very important. Otherwise, you're gonna make mistakes and it's gonna affect your project. Trust me. You don't want to make it while asleep or while tired. I even check out G.I. Joe Skybound. I did. It's not for me. I've been keeping up to it because of the Transformers collection or connection, obviously. Cobra Commander, really liked it. I did not like Duke's comic. I might do a tier list. Would that be fun? Would you guys want that? Like, Skybound comics tier list. Like, all the Skybound Transformers stuff. Like, everything in the Energon universe. Bottom of the barrel, I think, would be Duke. As weird as that sounds. Then I think it's Scarlet. And then Destro, which is, it's decent. Then it's the G.I. Joe run they got going right now, which is, like, also kind of decent. I'm just not really interested. I'm not really, like, in it, you know? Like, my heart ain't in it. I'm not playing for the love of the game. And then when it actually starts being, like, good is Cobra Commander series. Cobra Commander's book is awesome. Then it's Void Rivals, then it's Transformers. I will say, though, what do you call it? I don't know. Rush, you rank the 5 Devastation Autobots right now. Which one I like playing the most, or like which one statistically is like the best and the strongest? If we're talking about like best to play, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not a fan of how Grimlock plays because his robot mode and dino mode, like he's a lot to get the hang of. Right? Then it's Sideswipe because the dash, I just don't care about the dash. The dash sucks. Then it's Wheeljack. I really like playing as Wheeljack. Actually, I think I'd say Bumblebee, then Wheeljack. Wheeljack is just a really fun character to play as. And then Optimus, obviously. I love playing as Optimus. Everyone loves playing as him. Road Russell. I feel like I've heard that name before. I feel like I've watched his video, sorry. I just... give me a second. I'm gonna search him up. I love collabing with people. Road... Russell... Transformers... Oh, this guy! Yeah, he's great. He's really cool. Yeah, he has like that 3D model character. I remember it, yeah. He's cool. Yeah, sure, I'd love to collab with more people. I don't know, like, I'm not very professional, that's the thing. I do everything in one take, I don't really script anything. I just kind of say everything in the heat of the moment. I feel like that might be why people like me, or subscribe to my channel. Dude, there were people, someone in my comments way back when was like, dude, I could tell you like scripted this, like hardcore, like such a like well-made video or whatever. I'm like, dude, I did this like scene for scene, like I like did this all in one take. This took me like 50 tries to one take this. Yeah, SS ranks B, yeah. Yeah, I like to think I'm one of the chill ones. I mean, I literally do chill streams all the time. I'm doing this just because I want to, like, not because I need the beat devastation or whatever. I'm doing it because, I don't know. It's a fun, like, just not really too stressful game to play and, like, talk to chat. So is the most chill TF YouTuber, he's great. Yo, bro, it's Bumblebee Prime. You just, like, hype yourself up, you just came into the chat like, yo, Rush, check me out, bro, it's me, Bumblebee Prime. That's really funny. That's genuinely great. Yeah, sure, I don't know if he has a Discord, but I don't know. If I ever need YouTubers for something again, like how I had, if you remember Transformers Isn't Dead, or like Transformers Is Alive, that video. Love the thumbnail for that video. One of my best thumbnails ever, by the way. Hey Brush, your 3 favorite content Transformers content creators you watched growing up. Diamond Bolt, Absurdly Awesome, and Somungery. Those were like the 3 like Transformers YouTubers. A bit of Common and Cam, like when he started, but I'd say like those 3. Diamond Bolt doesn't really do TF. Absurdly Awesome barely uploads, but Somungery's making a comeback. I love that for him. I love Somungery, dude. It literally, like, if you catch his Transformers live streams, he was playing some Transformers, and it made me genuinely so happy hearing him, like, swear and curse me out, like, oh, bro, you be weird, I can't believe it, you killed me. Genuinely made my night. I was like, my hero hates me for killing him, let's go. I was able to finally play a match with him. Chris McFeely is one of the YouTubers who does the basics, different characters, most obscure. Yeah, I know him, he's cool. Hey, speaking of Bumble Prime, WTF anime comic, I know, I'm gonna buy it, I'm so hyped. Like, Common Cam's tier list. I gotta just say this, I don't know, like, how many of you in chat said it or were there to witness it, but I gotta just say, huge, like, thank you. The amount of people in, like, Common and Cam's chat and, like, on his community post saying, like, oh, I bet he's, like, collabing with Brush Ranger on this tier list. Or, oh man, like, I can already tell Brush Ranger's gonna be in the comments somewhere, like, saying something about effing Cosmos, dude. Like, I'm literally like the Cosmos guy on YouTube. That genuinely makes me so happy. That so many people, like, and I'm glad, like, no one was, like, going overboard, like, but I'm sure, like, people will be like, wow, I can't believe he didn't collab with Rush Stranger. He literally is the Cosmos guy. But it genuinely, like, warmed my heart seeing so many people on his community page, on his live stream, like, asking or, like, saying, like, man, Rush Stranger's gonna have a field day with this video, or you should collab with Rush Stranger to make this video. I don't think I'd be that good. I'm a relatively smaller channel. I don't know if he has Discord, otherwise I'd probably ask him. I'm not expecting, like, an actual answer, but, like, I don't know. I'm not, like, as professional as, like, say him. So, wanna know a Transformers show I watched 100 times? Literally, Transformers Animated. Mm-hmm. I've watched Transformers Animated so many times. Are you going to turn the Devastator despite being in this view? Yeah, but I want to thank you guys for being respectful, but also being like, oh my god, Rush Stranger video coming. Makes me so happy seeing that people know me as the Cosmos guy, like the guy who's just obsessed with Cosmos on YouTube. Maybe I should put him in like the channel banner somewhere. There's a little UFO somewhere like behind the R Rush Stranger or something. I'm watching Barricade 24's 07 mods. Yeah. I remember seeing all those fake, like, movie casts, like, oh, Astro Train's gonna be in Dark of the Moon, or Ultra Magnus is gonna show up, and I was like, yo, no way. And I believed every single time. And then I'd immediately forget about it, and then after the movie, I'm like, I just forgot that I was expecting Ultra Magnus to be in it. Do you think you can do a Fall of Cybertron stream one day? I would, but it'd have to be on like Friday or the weekend because sometimes I'll try to stream it, but people won't be on, you know what I mean? Having Titans Return Cosmos, I still have it. Yeah. I have like Universe and Titans Return, which is basically the same figure, but one of them's better. I can't remember which one of them was the better one, but protect your allies, please. 7 game 2.0 mod is big love for the original. I played for all of it. It's really good. Rush, what are your thoughts on the old Dreamwave Transformers comics? I was reading through them. They're really good. Okay, this is, Sinnoh Prime was actually originally going to be Ultra Magnus and Dark of the Moon. I heard that. I also heard someone say, like, he should have been Alpha Trion, or he might have been Alpha Trion. I can't see that, especially with Transformers 1. Like, Alpha Trion's, like, literally always been, like, such a kind soul, especially to Optimus. So having him be, like, the big bad in a movie who betrays and kills Optimus would have been, like, even as a kid, I would have been like, no way. Like, that doesn't make sense. Like, I wouldn't have believed it. So I'm glad they didn't do it. What do you mean? Huh? They got at him so quickly.
They must be stopped, no matter the cost.
Or Wheeljack could, like, just knock one of them over. You could just hit him while he's working on his computer just for a second. Hopefully Freddy doesn't appear in my house all of a sudden. Wish me luck. Frederick? Hopefully Frederick doesn't show up, you mean? Fazington? Fazington. William Afton family. Up top. 6 a.m. No one here knows what I'm referencing. I guarantee you that. It's fine. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Bam, 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 bam.
I could use some assistance.
Not this time.
Freddie Mercury. Mama. Someone needs to make that an edit. Just Freddie Mercury standing outside of the epping doorway of FNAF 1. So you think you can kill me? Hit in my eye. But it's just Freddie Mercury. Like, as the night guard. He's talking to Freddy Fazbear. Welcome back. Just S rank? Play as different characters 1 round. Maybe. Maybe. The thing is, none of my other characters are, like, leveled up any good. They're all, like, sucky. Like, look, if I swap the Goldfire... Wait, why are his stats actually decent? I like Goldfire, it's just his vehicle mode literally has barely anything on it. Oh yeah, this was lame. The good thing about Bumblebee, though, is that you can do, like, 2 different attacks in a row, so it kind of makes up for him being the weakest in the game. Get why Goldfire is not named Goldbug. Me neither, it's literally Goldbug, but I think maybe it's a rights issue thing. Because in IDW, like, the comics, he was going by Goldfire at the time. People either called him Bumblebee or Goldfire. But after a while, they just kept calling him Bumblebee, even though he was Goldfire. Because of trademark reasons, yeah. That's what I figured. If someone were to make a mod where it turns him into Shattered Glass Goldbug, I'd be like, I'd play Goldbug. I'd play Goldbug constantly. Yes, let's go! I'm so happy I swapped characters. That's what happens when you swap characters. Who told me that? Who told me that? What's the YouTuber that you used to watch but not anymore of interest or any other unfortunate reasons? It's not really an unfortunate reason, just a lot of the time they stop making the content I like, and I'll just go back to them and be like, they either don't upload anymore, or like they got canceled, or they're just like, you know, not really into the content they're posting anymore. And it's no fault of their own. I'm not gonna sit here and be an entitled fan and say, you used to upload like this, how come you're not as good as how I remember you? Someone I used to watch a lot, the third Mario brother, used to do Pokemon Let's Plays, and like he used to do like he used to play like a bunch of like Mario RPG games like Bowser's Inside Story. He used to play like Mario and Luigi, like Superstar Saga, Partners in Time, Mystery Dungeon. I think he played a lot of Sonic, played Pokemon Emerald. Like I remember watching him a lot. But now he doesn't really upload that much, and whenever he does upload, it's just not stuff I'm into. And he is like, at least his old videos are such a product of old YouTube. In, like, the best way possible, because it's, like, there is a playlist with hundreds of episodes of him playing, like, Pokemon Heart Gold or whatever. And the thing is, like, his episodes were always, like, 10-15 minutes long. And I was like, wow. Like, I have the attention span to watch, like, hundreds of these, like, back to back to back, or I have the time and attention span to do that. I could never. Oh, I mean, why are you at the computer? You're not smart like Wheeljack. My Bumblebee's, like, secretly some coding, like, program genius. It's not because he's like a bad YouTuber now, he just doesn't upload as much, and I'm just not as interested in like that type of content. Because like I said, I'm very busy now. I make my own content, but like in a way, you know, it was like, you know, once a fan film is done, upload to YouTube, I make models. Yeah. Yo, what's up, Optimus Cyan? How's it going? I don't know if they're still in the chat, but Super Tortoise was here earlier, and big part of the Brush Stranger lore. They were like one of my like top viewers on Twitch when I used to stream on Twitch. They are quite literally like one of, if not the most OG Brush Ranger fans. Back when I wasn't even called Brush Ranger, so huge shout out to them. You just donate to me even though I like didn't really deserve it and I wasn't like a good YouTuber. I was just like playing Celeste on Twitch and stuff. Wild Rider called Breakneck? Yeah, that was another case of the lawsuits. Get what you mean, I used to be really into vloggers, but now the content just doesn't interest me anymore. Exactly, like, can you... Like, it feels like you'd be ripping your own teeth out, like, ripping out, like, you know, like, trying to watch a vlogger now. In, like, the Big 25 versus 2016, like, people really got into vloggers and their, like, daily life and, you know, like, the prank channels and stuff like that, but just the audience isn't there anymore. And a large part of that is both people growing up, like other types of content becoming the meta for YouTube, people like Mr. Beast, and like just YouTube as a whole not pushing that type of content or not allowing like that type of content anymore. Or like they mix vlogging in with other stuff. I'm not too familiar with him, but the iShow Meat Kid. He used to do games, I'm pretty sure, and he still streams games, but every clip I see of him now, he's like vlogging. But I wouldn't say like he's like known for vlogging, right? Or am I wrong about that? But like what happens is like they kind of incorporate it into their content. I remember watching so many people vlog Pokemon Go, trying to learn like how did they get so good at the game, and the secret was they paid a lot of money on microtransactions. It's not because they're like these super fit individuals who like, you know, are like super fit and exercise a lot. It's because they like drive around in cars versus me who like walks down to the corner store and lives in a really small town where there isn't a lot of Pokestops. There was no like big secret. They just moved to LA where like a lot of Pokestops were, and they had a car and they just cheated. They weren't like these health gurus who stayed up like till 9. And usually they'd have other people like vlog cameras for them or do all this other stuff, you know what I mean? Plus minus here, chase songs from the 70s, making the Scooby-Doo franchise. Let's go. I love Scooby-Doo, especially growing up. A big Boogie fan. Dude, the Boogie fandom... Me and my friends, we play a lot of Fortnite and we just talk about life, what's going on, that kind of thing. And dude, like, they follow Boogie a lot more than I do, but it's always entertaining. The effing downfall. The fall from grace is... absolutely needs to be studied. Not anymore. My country YouTubers still have fair amount of vlogs and scrap ton of podcasts, of course, food videos. Yeah, mukbangs, they became a huge thing. I feel like they're like still kind of around, but not as big as they used to be. I remember when they were first thing, people were like, this is disgusting. Like, I don't know, it's weird. Yo, welcome back. think Fortnite would ever add the Wreckers. I'm still waiting for them to add the Fortnite game mode they promised. Well, not promised, but got leaked. I almost fell into the category of people I say I hate. Which is people who, like, see a leak and then, like, get mad that it's, like, not happening, despite the fact they never officially said it was going to happen. I almost fell into that category. I hate people who do that. For anything, really. Like, if something gets leaked for a game and then it doesn't come out, people get, like, so mad. Despite the fact, like, they were never promised said thing. It's not the company's fault. As much as I agree with, like, big company bad, but, like, it's legit not the dev's fault that you read a leak and accepted it at face value to the point where you're now mad that, like, the person working on the project is telling you that was not a thing. What does that do? Skybound Optimus? I love Skybound Optimus, dude. Obviously, the Megatron arm is a gimmick to, like, get people invested, and even people don't know Transformers, they're like, what the hell? Optimus is going around with Megatron's arm with the fusion cannon? Like, that's sick. This is, like, the coolest thing ever. But, like, just Skybound Optimus as a character is one of my favorite interpretations of the character. It gets Optimus as a character so right. Unlike any other character. Think about what happened to the Autobot soldiers and what for Cybertron, Call of Cybertron. You see karma, you can have bodies, yeah. I like that in war, there's, like, people who are in vehicle mode who are dead as well. Goes into what Ratchet said in the IDW comics, is that sometimes when a Transformer dies, like, they transform even though they're dead, like, as a reflex. And doesn't always happen, but sometimes they, like, will die and they'll transform to stay in vehicle mode because the body prefers to be in vehicle mode, or whoever it was being in vehicle mode more. It was like a sports car or, like, whatever. That's it. You're busted. What happened to the good old days of Optimus and the M&M truck? Yeah, speaking of crossovers, off the top of your head, who would you say TF would crossover with next? Hopefully Fortnite. Honestly, like, that's one of the only things I'm really into right now. I hope to God not Call of Duty. Hey Brush, do you think kids and teens like Transformers these days? Because my nephew said nobody likes Transformers, and they think it's for little kids. The thing is, Hasbro hasn't done the best job trying to appeal to kids. They've been trying, but I think it's Chris Cox said kids don't really play with toys as much anymore. Toys and, like, action figures and collectibles are more so for people my age. 20-something-year-olds and 30, 40-year-olds. You know, who have money to go out and display these things. Kids are asking for, like, Robux or V-Bucks or, like, you know, the newest video game to play with their friends. And I think they're 100% true. I think that's right. Do you not know this? No, I want a sequel. I want more skins in Fortnite. I want a Wave 2. Rise of the Beasts and the other pack they did is only phase 1. But they just don't care like they do, say, video games and like playing on their iPad, and they don't really do video games anymore because Hasbro sucks and I hate them. And this is Hasbro. This is Hasbro. You see this guy? Boom, that's Hasbro. He just exploded. I hate Hasbro. Hasbro, please. I didn't mean it. I know I'm pummeling your face right now, but I didn't mean it. Hasbro's not that bad. I think they're just in a really rough transitional period, and I think once Saber Interactive's game comes out, Transformers, like, is that thing they're trying to put back on the map. I think they're just not being exposed to the right thing, and it's in large part, like, I don't know, like, just not a lot of people seen Transformers 1. If your nephews went to go see Transformers 1, they'd probably say differently. But, unfortunately, not a lot of people seen Transformers 1 because of the poor marketing. And Paramount's pure incompetence. Someone buy the license off Paramount, bro. Hasbro, strip the license away from them. I don't believe in Paramount anymore. When Bumblebee came out, I started believing in them again. I don't believe anymore. Take it away. Take their toys away. They don't deserve Transformers. I'm reporting you to Supreme CEO. To the Supreme CEO, I see. Bro, make me a Nepping representative. Like, I know what needs to be done. If I was at Hasbro, you'd get the Cybertron remasters. You'd get High Moon back. Here's what I'd do. You ready? Here's what I'm doing. Okay. Okay. I'm closer to Bumblebee and the guy hitting Bumblebee, right, than I was to Motormaster. For whatever reason, the game made me turn around and start charging back towards Motormaster. Make that make sense. Here's what I would change about Hasbro. Here's what I'd restructure. Whoever's in charge of toys, keep at it. Like, I don't have any notes. Other than make more Cosmos figures, right? Bumblebee died so quickly. Here's what we're doing with the games division. It sucks. For Hasbro Arcade, for Hasbro Games, or like retro games, whatever it's called. First of all, we get a better name than Hasbro Retro Arcade, or whatever it's called. 8-bit Hasbro, whatever you want to call it. Right? We get into works a 2D, like, 8-bit fighting game, Transformers game, right? FTF did their own reanimated project, so... Mm-hmm. I've been saying the exact same thing. That's what I'd have them do show-wise. Team up with, not Netflix. Please God, not Netflix. Maybe Amazon or some other streaming service, even though I hate streaming services. I don't trust Paramount, so not them. But do a, like, X-Men 97, but Transformers, like, 84, right? Where it continues G1. Can have references to Beast Wars. Can have references to, like, you know, G1. I'd either do that or I'd continue Beast Machines. And I know that sounds bad. But I'd make Transtech, which was supposed to be the sequel to Beast Machines, which the plot is every Autobot alive and dead comes back to life in new bodies with slightly new personalities and outlooks on life, and they get resurrected on a techno-organic Cybertron. Like, everyone from G1, everyone from Beast Wars is back to life, and it's like almost like a soft reboot. Like, it continues, but like, you know, everyone's back, so. Like, that's so interesting.
Even my wounds have wounds. Brace yourself.
We got Transformers 84, Hasbro's Door, demanding the records. Yeah. I've been demanding some Cosmos-like treatment. I'd look at whatever part of the cast is left for Transformers 84. Like, after the movie, after Season 3, like, who's actually still alive? And start going down the list and giving them brand new episodes. Like, give us a character-driven, like, story-focused episode on Cosmos, on like Goldbug, right? Like, now that he's Goldbug, lock in or Cosmos gets it. Well, it's a good thing I won. The shareholders, because the shareholders. You want or anime, you can only choose one. Animated, animated, animated. It's not even close. Animated. I think the Autobot and Decepticon soldiers that clone DNA and soldiers be able to work, blah 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 blah. Sorry.
Not this time.
You think Cosmos gets it either way? Why are you like the Lex Luthor to the Brushed Ranger mythos, huh? You're such a hater, Barbados. Ever since Swizz stopped streaming, you've been coming into my chat and you've been hating on me instead. And on Cosmos. When my little brother watched TFA, season 1, most consistent thing said was how the Allspark looks like a lunchbox. It does kind of look like a lunchbox, yeah. I like that it looks like the Matrix, but it's called the Allspark. Where's the Cosmos, Barbados? I don't know what Cosmos you're talking about. I guess I'm gonna have to take it from you. You and what army? Oh, the army of the Cosmos called. I want you guys to know I will never start a Discord server. And if you ever see a Discord server with this name pop up, no, I didn't make it. Unless stated by me otherwise. It is an imposter. Because I do not want to make one. But it will be called like the Cult of Cosmos or something. That is what I would call like my Transformers YouTube Discord server. But I don't want the responsibility because I know there'd be drama. I know people would like, I just don't want to do it. I don't want the hassle. Especially with what happened to Swizz's server. Just don't want it. I feel like it could be fun though. I've thought about it, and I'm like, would I ever make one? Like, maybe? And then Swizz's server, like, he, like, nuked it because it got so toxic, and I was like, or, like, drama happened, and I was just like, yeah, never mind. I don't want that. There's always drama in Discord, good choice. Besides, I just lurk in other people's Discord servers anyways. Like, if you're worried you're missing out on the Brushed Ranger, like getting to talk to Brushed Ranger about Cosmo's Discord experience, hop into like Swizz's server, like Transformers 99 or Link's server, and I'm usually just hanging out in there. Cosmos Cult Drama, crazy ending. Just went Nemesis Prime on him. Thing I like about Shrek Retold and sequel based on the scenes that's so funny, insane, creative. There's no serious and emotional like the original films. How would you feel about a Nemesis Cosmos? Nemesis Cosmos? How would that even work? Like Cosmos is like chosen by the Herald of Unicron in another timeline or something? Be kind of cool, I guess. There's this one Cosmos figure that like has like this like black paint job, I think, and he's like Galaxy like Cosmos or something like that. I don't know. It's kind of cool. I really want a series like IDW where it's like Shattered Glass. I don't know, like, could you, I know they probably won't until like years into like Skybound, because like I kind of would love if it does stay one continuous like Transformer series. I would enjoy if they did like a Shattered Glass event where Void Rivals, G.I. Joe, Cobra Commander, and Transformers all get like Shattered Glass like variants. I would love that. Also, I want a Shattered Glass series where like Cosmos and Soundwave get together like they did in IDW. But obviously their personalities are like infinitely different. Instead of Weird Al, we get Christian Bale. That would be hilarious. You just want Cosmos to appear in general? Yeah, don't you? I love how tall the Constructicons are. I just stole his Energon, let's go. Nah. You wish. You wish Cosmos was irrelevant. You wish. Oh my god. I'm closer. Hey, Shockwave, you see Skybound? I forgot that he said that. Breach their defenses! What's your favorite song from the A6 movie? Mine is Dare. You stupid, just kidding, it's Dare. Dare or You Got the Touch, honestly. But it might be Dare, because Dare is kind of like Hot Rod's song, and You Got the Touch is Optimus' song, and he not just inherits being a prime, he inherits Optimus' theme, which is You Got the Touch, which I like is lyrical genius. I think it's so cool that the character kind of inherits like his like song that they used from in the movie as well. Oh, you want to pull out the fusion cannon? Okay. Welcome back. Charglass, Hot Rod, sported a goatee, homage to the original Star Trek episode, Mirror Mirror. Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Could have use.
You wish he was irrelevant, bro. You wish Cosmos was irrelevant, but he's not. You can't get under my skin because he's been in stuff recently, and he's probably gonna be in Skybound eventually. I wouldn't be surprised if we seen him in Void Rivals or in the Cybertron sections of Skybound. At least Cosmos is better than Hot Rod / Rodimus Prime. Yeah, Cosmos should be a Prime. Who do you want to be called? Oh yes, I like to be called Bigamus Prime. I love that Johnny Flash skit, it was really fun. Follow the trope of evil guys having mustaches? Yeah. Which, how's your facial hair looking? I think you need a Rodimus goatee. Maybe someday. Hell yeah. What do you mean C, bro? Come on. Could have been Bumble Goat, not Rodimus. Whatever you say. Osmos was female. Would you like the character more? I'm gonna be honest. Most gender swaps in Cyberverse didn't really bother me. Like, I didn't really mind the gender swaps. Swoop as a girl, genuinely, I think fit better, her being like the smart, crafty one on the Dinobots. I thought that was an interesting take. With Cosmos, they didn't really do anything too new with the character other than being on like a reality show where it was like alien hunting, was like a spoof on like Steve Irwin and whatnot, and I thought that was cool, but I was like, it didn't really need to be gender swapped kind of thing. I rather Cosmos be a guy. I don't like gender swaps just for the sake of gender swaps kind of thing. You know what I mean? I didn't hate that version of the character. I like that version of Cosmos. And I'm glad it was just kind of a one-off, because I know there's some characters that like stayed girls or like stayed guys after being gender swapped in like Cyberverse and whatnot. Oh god, I just had an interesting idea. Terrible name, Transformers party game with Transformers 1 minors playing surprise minor party. Okay. Welcome to minor party. Yahoo! Oh, my lawyers are telling me I shouldn't have said that. Oh no! Forget you ever heard that, and you get a free Nintendo Switch 2, which we will break 2 months after giving you. Yahoo! Mario, don't you think that isn't such a good idea? Shut up, Luigi. The truth is what I make it. Mario saying Sentinel Prime quotes is absolutely insane to me. I guess that's if you have extra time. Seekers were gender swapped from servers to Earthspark. That's true. Rush, what do you like about the Dinobots? To be smart like FOC or dumb breeds like G1? FOC, they were kind of smart, but also kind of brutes. They were also kind of a little stupid. I don't like it when they're... Well, I don't mind if they're like, me, Grimlock. You know, like super, like, moron, you know, like caveman. I don't mind if they're like a little smart, but I don't think they should be like geniuses. Other than Swoop in Cyberverse, I did enjoy her being like a techie, like, oh, I gotta put up with these like actual cavemen, these actual morons. I felt like that was actually a decent like dynamic. And added a lot to the Dinobots as a team. Having at least one of them be the smart one. My house is on fire at the moment. Let's go. Unless you're actually telling the truth, then what are you doing watching my stream? That might be one of the weirdest things any live stream viewer has told me. Time for me and my hating to vanish into the night. Alright, have a good one, Barbados. Tell Swizz I said hi. Rush, I've been scarred by your voices. What if, like, I don't know, like Bowser Jr. sitting there like, you'll never get away with it, Mario. Dad will stop you. And then he just, like, pulls out a fire flower and just effing flamethrowers him. Ah, Luigi, I told you. Didn't I tell him? No more speeches. You're dead, Mario. They were all like that. All of the Koopa kids. Oh, that has really dark implications. That Mario killed all of the Koopa kids. Oh, that's really dark, actually. They were all like that, Luigi. That's why. And I killed them? I took the Power Stars. We're just barely gonna make this one. Yeah, let's team up. Oh, I love a Goomba who can make for himself. Luigi, make sure they get the best one of mushrooms. Yahoo! Good one, Mario. Shut up, Luigi. What if Bowser's like, I'm not scared of you. You know why? Oh, please tell me. I've got nothing left of my kingdom. You took it all. That's right. He just stabs him. Oh my god. What? Hello? No. Bowser, all I ever wanted was the survival of the Mushroom Kingdom. You didn't care about. What kind of voice does Bowser have, actually? Other than, like, Jack Black. Other than, dude, the Mushroom Kingdom was, like, totally bodacious, bro. It was, like, so freaking awesome. Should have seen it, Mario. I was like breathing fire. A deep voice. Yeah, probably. First we trans, then we form. Let's transform. First we trans, then we form. Let's transform. First we transform, then we roll out. Let's transform and roll out. That's what he would say. Tell all of the Goombas. Double shifts, triple shifts. I need to be able to pay off Princess Peach. Oh, I'm the loser? Oh, I'm the loser. Let's see who's the loser this time. Now casting Chris Pratt as Optimus and Jack Black as Megatron. You know, Optimus, we could have been like totally friends. It would have been so freaking sweet. But you had to go and mess it up, didn't you? This has made my day. You're welcome. I love doing silly voices. As you could probably tell by my entire YouTube channel. Lord Megatron! What has happened to your voice? Like I don't know what you're talking about, Starscream, my man. You know what I was thinking? How about you take some of the Decepticons and transform and rise up all the way to Iacon? We were brothers once, Orion. We were like totally bodacious together. Could you do some other voices? I could. It's a me, Mario. That's not the voice. Feel like I'm taking this man to the blast zone. You know what would be even more bodacious than killing the Primes? What if I, like, totally took the Matrix for myself and became a Prime? He'd be like, my name is Optimus Prime. I can do Waspinator pretty good from Beast Wars. Waspinator! Wrecked ya. No, you didn't. Waspinator. Why does universe always hate Waspinator? Waspinator got a horrible redesign in Rise of the Beasts. I don't know if the mic's actually picking that up or not well. Waspinator should have been in Transformers 1! He like goes into like Hasbro's office, just like, yes, Waspinator right there. Okay, I'll pick up a chair right here. So, Waspinator. Toy sales have been down. They've been, Waspinator is so sorry to hear that. No, it's okay, Waspinator. We're just making a few cuts, like, you understand? That wouldn't have to do with Waspinator coming in today, would it? You see, Waspinator, like, just out of all the beasts, so that's how it's gonna be. That's what you're gonna do to Waspinator. Yeah, it's not entirely your fault. It's it's okay. Waspinator understands. You do? No, Waspinator doesn't understand. Why do you always do this to Waspinator? Waspinator is very popular. Not according to this poll, it's not. Waspinator can change. Waspinator will sell toys. Give me a legacy figure. See, we only give those to, like, important. Waspinator is important. I was in Beast Wars Season 1 all the way to Season 3. Yeah, and, like, thanks for helping us out because the franchise was in a really rough time. Waspinator got blown to scrap every single episode, and this is how you do me? You know what? Waspinator's going to DC. Waspinator, we own you. You can't go there. So what am I gonna do? You're gonna sit there in the vault till we need you.
You're giving Wasp a figure?
I mean, you're basically the same guy.
But what about Waspinator?
Listen, Waspinator, just not everyone does well in these markets, you know?
Waspinator understands. Thank you, stupid Hasbro employees. Go shut down another AAA video game, why don't you?
That was uncalled for. Listen, Reactivate wasn't.
No, Waspinator understands. You better hurry up. I hear Saber Interactive's making a Transformers game. Better shut that one down too, Waspinator thinks.
Waspinator, that's uncalled for. Okay, we don't always shut down video.
Oh, you were gonna shut down a Rise of the Beast video game? In 2023?
Waspinator, if you don't stop, there's gonna be consequences.
No, Waspinator doesn't care anymore. Waspinator doesn't even get a new figure anymore, let alone appear in a show. I wasn't even in Kingdom. You were in it. I was in the Twilight. I wasn't in the show. I was literally possessed by Starscream. How much cooler can I get?
You know, people like you a lot more when you're possessed by Starscream. If you could, like, work out something with Starscream again.
The Transformers Universe and Transformers Online, those are two more games you shut down.
You know what? Waspinator, it was nice talking to you again. You're not getting a toy, you're getting demoted to being a GoBot.
No, please, anything but that. Waspinator can't be a GoBot, please.
You're a GoBot. So long as you make fun of the fact that, in the last couple of years we made some less than stellar business decisions, you're a GoBot. There's a correlation between the two.
Waspinator, sorry, it wasn't your fault. I'm sure the Saber Interactive game won't be canceled.
No, it's too late, Waspinator. You're a GoBot. Anyways, that's Waspinator. I sentence you to being a GoBot. No! I thought, like, what is the worst fate for a Transformer? It's being a GoBot. Oh, if that isn't...
Not even close. Close call.
He would be. I haven't watched through it, but it's like, dude, I don't think Waspinator's smiling right now.
Waspinator got fired.
Well, when's the last time you were in a big cartoon?
Transformers animated.
Oh, when was that?
2008.
Oh, well, I'm sure they're gonna bring you back any second, like, if they do something new with Beast Wars.
They did something new with Beast Wars.
Oh, were you in it?
No.
Oh. Oh yeah, Scooter did sound very similar to Waspinator, I do remember. I think it's the same guy. To the GoBots! Waspinator's on his way out. It's like... It's like... Listen, we already got this one guy who I'm planning on making, like, 5 new toys of.
5 have no tours, but you can't spare one for Waspinator. Who is it?
I'm not at liberty to say. If you could just wait outside and we'll process you to GoBotting, you know, being a GoBot. He goes outside the office, and then it's like, alright, next, please come in. It's just like, oh boy, I sure hope I get a new figure.
Your Waspinator's competition, Cosmos, you literally just a great UFO.
Just start fighting.
Just because you're bad Predacon doesn't mean you're bad Predacon.
Waspinator, literally, what does that mean? Yes, I can't understand you. No.
Well, Waspinator thinks he makes perfect sense.
Dude, there's like this Japanese manga of like Transformers, but they like all work desk jobs and stuff, and they do like Beast Wars cast as well, and it's really funny.
Lord Megatron! It would seem the photocopier is now no longer operational. Starscream, you incompetent moron! You just have to put more ink into it.
Then like the photocopier closes on him like,
Megatron has fallen! I, Starscream, am now your rightful ruler!
then like Soundwave just opens like the copy maker and he just shows up, beats up Starscream. He's like, I'm completing the HR. I am HR. I can't do SpongeBob, I can do Patrick.
Hey SpongeBob, have you seen the new Transformers show yet? Careful SpongeBob! Careful SpongeBob! Careful SpongeBob! Careful SpongeBob!
Shut up, Patrick. Shut up. Shut up, Patrick. I love that video. Just Sentinel Prime shows up.
The needs of the few outweigh the needs of the many. We will. SpongeBob. SpongeBob.
Sometimes I imagine Swerve having like a Patrick voice, but I was like, nah, that doesn't really fit Swerve. I feel like Red Alert might though.
Rodimus, there's a Spark Eater on the Lost Light.
I know.
Bumblebee, what do you think you're doing?
You know me, just hanging around.
Ooh, I've told you not to do that anymore. Keep getting proud to get you off the ceiling.
I can do one, but I have to like really get into it. So I don't think I can like right now. I can kind of do like Joe Swanson. Plus, Tom Kenny voiced Starscream and other Starscream clones in anime, except for Slipstream. Yeah, that's true. I don't know if I'm stupid. What did Starscream or what did Slipstream mean by like everyone's part of you, like they're different aspects of your personality, and then like as a kid, like when he's like, so which part of me did you come from? And she just goes, don't ask. I know, like I think it's supposed to be like her being like the sarcastic one or something. But I always imagine like, wow, Starscream has like a weird feminine side to him. That's what I thought as a kid. I was like, wow, Starscream's like trans. No way. Blue Crab, I wish I could agree, but Revenge of the Fallen Skids and Muplap are right there. I cannot sign off on that. I genuinely think Skids and Muplap should have been like Optimus, or not Optimus, jeez. Like Tom Kenny and the guy who voices Bulkhead, aka like, you know, Patrick. I think that should have been like the dynamic, those two together. I feel like it would have been hilarious. Except minus the racism. I'm pretty sure they did make him a figure. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Robot Chicken was awesome. I love Robot Chicken. I think we're almost done all the challenge modes. Robot Chicken genuinely is great. I hear they don't really do much anymore, unfortunately. Like, every now and then they'll do stuff, but like, dude, Robot Chicken, like, legitimately is, like, the best. Their Transformers jokes were genuinely funny. I don't like Family Guy. I don't know if he got onto that. I do not like Family Guy at all. Nice Realm did Revenge of the Fallen rewrite. I know. The Knight's Realm, if I can just, like, plug his channel for a second. Legitimately, like, such a cool guy. I wish he had, like, a Discord account or something. I don't think he does, otherwise I'd ask him to, like, voice characters in, like, comic dubs or whatever. Yeah.
Permission to buy him now, Lord Megatron.
I'm just gonna do this. I'm watching. I'm waiting. What? What? I think they give you way too much time on this. There I'm just not getting hit the amount of times that they thought I would. Yeah. It's one of the many times where I'm glad I didn't go to sleep. Yeah. I just genuinely enjoy streaming because I usually try to keep it chill. It's not like I can't do like super high octane all the time. Like, whoa, guys, did you see that like crazy clip I just hit with the Star Saber? Bro, watch this. Boom, whoa, and then I swap to the fusion cannon, I swap out, and then boom, watch this, and then I hit him with the combo. Oh my god, guys, he just blocked, and not clickbait, oh my god, and then, oh, he tried to go underground. This guy thinks he's the Underminer or something? Like, I can't do it. I can't sit there and just do that for like 4 hours straight. Even though I just kind of did it, but like as a joke. And I don't know how people can sit there and watch YouTubers like that. Sometimes I like high energy, sometimes I really, really don't. Yeah, but for who? Transformers Free starts Friday. First Ranger, when my fan film comes out, would you watch it on stream or on video? Probably. I don't really do react content. Have you guys had the pleasure of seeing the Starscream OVA? I'll react to that and you'll realize why my react content skills suck. I just can't do it. And I don't mind if people react to my content, but my content isn't like super react like friendly. Like if you tried to react to my content, I feel like it wouldn't be that interesting or like that good. Because I never really talk too extensively, like I do on stream here. Like I'll like say like a huge amount of opinions I have about Transformers and like to debate with the chat. Meanwhile, my YouTube videos are pretty tame. Like I don't go off on tangents. I like try to keep it like straight to the point kind of thing. Dude, I actually really like him as a stealth bomber. I feel like it fits Soundwave more though, having watched Earthspark. Earthspark Soundwave might be the best Soundwave design ever, except for the mouthpiece. The mouthpiece should be gray. And Ursi's head, like her face is gray. and it's like very similar gray to like her helmet, like her gray like hair looking helmet. I do need the dark saber. Also, that's Prime Bulkhead's Wrecking Ball arm, by the way. You can just get that in-game, which is cool. OVA on RC and Galvatron Unicron Fusion is really funny. It's really well made is what it is. I love those videos. These are the last ones, and then I think I'll call it a stream. Galvatron's head on a huge orb is funny. They did that. That is a for real thing they did in the Headmasters cartoon. I make the joke that, like, Unicron, or, like, Galvatron in that state is Pyrocynical's favorite Transformer. One of my viewers, I'm gonna abuse my audience and tell you guys to go do something. If any of you are on, like, his subreddit, or on Discord or whatever, make sure he sees that image of Galvatron, like, connected to Cybertron. The Earth will be a part of me, and then effing, Scourge goes, or no, it's Six Shot goes, whoa. But enough about that. I remember playing this one, like, Christmas time. This one's a bit difficult to like figure out where you're supposed to go. Skadoosh. Dude, the people who made the Starscream OVA, that is legitimately one of, if not the best, like, Transformers fan projects ever. Like, actually came out, and it looks amazing. Like, that is some, like, real studio quality, like, AAA studio quality right there. Is legit so good. To do recurring lightning hitting the water. Dude, I can't believe how like detailed the water and like the Nemesis and everything he had was. Like, that was next level. Yeah, the voice acting is actually pretty good. A lot better than I expected, especially because they're trying to be like kind of a G1-ish. Legitimately some amazing talent on that. Where are we going? Gold. They even copied the G1 art style from the G1 movie. Yeah. They use like 2D, 3D. I'm pretty sure they're like the 3D Devastation models, but very modified, if I were to guess. That's what it seems like. Like with their own art style and whatnot. The stream is coming to an end. The last two missions are, like, easy mode. Like, they're really, really easy, like, just short missions. I think they did release these guys, didn't they, as figures? What are your thoughts on IDW Roadbuster? I'm scared of him because he has tarantulas inside. Other than that, really cool. Turret missions, yeah. When is San Diego Comic-Con? Has it already happened? Are we not getting the Skybound show right now? Someone search up when San Diego Comic-Con is. It might be a private showing, so I might not even see it. I don't know about that, but I don't know. I'm not as opposed as I was in my video talking about it. Whether I like it or not, he's probably going to be directing the new G.I. Joe movie, if I were to guess. And I can choose to be upset spaghetti about it, or I can just be happy that we're getting more Transformers movies. Although I hate the notion that, like, well, what would you rather? Even if the movies suck, I hope they keep making them. It's like, no, I don't. I don't want that. Someone was like, would you rather them not make movies anymore? I'm like, kinda. If it does irreparable harm to the brand and no one enjoys them anymore, then yeah, I'd rather not have them. I feel like that's kind of a no-brainer. It's a no processor, Watch those clips of Shyla, direction of the entire film. Yeah. I'm also just mad because of the whole AI, like, thing going on with it, because people just use AI to, like, make it happen, and now people are going to be like, whoa, those were real. It's like, no, those were AI. It's just really horrible timing. Right quick, where am I supposed to go? Your stream ends. I want to watch this. Want you to watch this on your own time. Watch what? Oh, wait. Alright, AI explosions. We even need a VFX team, bro. This world is coming to an end. Mission failed, dude. That mission sucks. The Delta Rune. I do like me some Undertale. I'm gonna be honest, I'm just ignoring a lot of these guys. I hit him for the wall, that's amazing. The stream ain't over yet. I gotta finish this mission and then 2 turret sections. Then I don't know if we'll even play Devastation next time. Wait, was it this? Was it this? No, that's the start. I think. Anime is good. Anime is pretty good. I haven't watched a lot of it, but the ones I've actually been interested in are really good. All anime is good. Don't let him hear you say that, otherwise this might be the last Brush Stranger stream you tap into. You never know. I'm not saying they would silence anybody, but I'm kidding. Brush, could you make the next stream FOC on PS3? I do not have FOC on PS3, unfortunately. I have WFC on PS3, but unfortunately I cannot stream that. Oh, new area? Okay. No, this isn't new. Spike, unironically, is the best human in, like, any Transformers show, because I don't count Sorry. If you watched Animated, you know, you know. Otherwise, it'd probably be Sorry someday. Even though sometimes she is a little bit annoying, especially trying to get someone into Transformers, I can definitely see how people find her annoying. But overall, really good character. Do I watch this like Naruto? I'm more of a Dragon Ball guy. Very casual Dragon Ball enjoyer. And then I've watched JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, I've watched One Punch Man. I like a lot of the Netflix, like, original stuff, like Arcane, if you want to count that as an anime. Because The Great Pretender was really good. If you guys haven't seen that, oh, I haven't thought about that in years. The main gimmick is it's like kind of like a heist movie, but they're ripping off like crime bosses. In every single like kind of arc, they rip off someone more and more like insane. And it's like this huge like scam, but they only ever scam like criminals or whatever, even though they are criminals. They got like kind of a code of ethics. So like the first guy's like a mob boss, and they all get inside the mob, and like there's this new guy who's like French, and he's just barely able to like, you know, keep in character. And then they scam like a big CEO guy, and then like it's just a really good show. I really like it. And then, what was it called? It is really interesting. Because, if you like animes or just shows where it's, like, a big heist or a big plot, because the whole plot is that he gets scammed and tricked into joining the organization. Like, they're, like, part of, like, a... like, kind of like a company or organization. Their whole thing is that they scam scammers and make billions. And the thing is, they don't scam them by just running into their bank vault. Like, they, like, are like, oh yeah, you see that, like, horse over there? If you bet, like, big on him, like, I got it rigged, so, like, you know, he's gonna win. And then they're like, oh, okay, I'm gonna dump a lot of my money into it. And then they, you know, lose a lot of money. And it just, like, it's really satisfying when, like, they finally pull off the scam. Slice of Life is honestly another decent one. Super Crooks. Super Crooks is about, it's a Netflix original, has Jonas Scott as the main voice actor. It's this guy who, also, of course, I've watched Edge Runners, like Cyberpunk. Really excited for season 2. The main gimmick? We got any animators or editors in the chat? We need the Waspinator impression posted. Only if you got time, though. That would be really fun. Too bad I got, like, the game audio in the background. Otherwise, it would have been perfect. And art for one anime and have the entire manga for it. That's pretty cool. Super Crooks is about a guy who has, like, electricity powers. He's voiced by Jonas Scott. And as a kid, he, like, found out he had, like, electric powers and he used to rob banks and stuff and, like, use it to get into trouble. And then it got caught up with him, and then it led to, like, a life of crime because he didn't like his, like, foster parents or whatever. And then eventually he joins a gang of super crooks, and they pull up, like, big bank heists and, like, trick people and whatnot. But what makes it cool is there's, like, this superhero, right? Like, there's this big crime, like, this is, I think, before The Boys came out, but there's this big superhero who's, like, a Superman type, but instead, like, he has all the powers of Superman, right? And you might be thinking, like, oh, he's an evil Superman, right? Like, he's gonna be so effing boring. But the gimmick that makes him different is he has these playing cards, and every single playing card, like Ace of Spades or whatever, correlates to a power. So people around the world, while he's fighting people, and he's, like, brutal even on camera, but he likes, you know, the attention it brings him. He will take out his playing cards and get a random superpower, and people, like, bet money on what superpower he's gonna get from his deck of playing cards, and he has, like, 100 different powers, and if you get it right, you, like, can win money or whatever. And he's literally like the Superman, and you find out like, he's evil, which it's not very hard to tell, like, he's, like, an anti-hero or whatever, where he, like, kills criminals and, like, does it for the fun of it, and he only likes the glory of being the superhero, not actually the superheroing itself. I don't know, just a really good show. It is really interesting. And one of my favorite parts is there's, like, this old, like, 60-year-old, like, 70-year-old super villain who they have to go, and they're like, oh my god, he's a legend, and he works at, like, a mechanic shop or whatever, and he's undercover, and he was like, I was, like, the speed demon back in the day. And he had, like, a really goofy, like, 60s, like, Batman-inspired costume where it was, like, very much a product of the time, and he's trying to chase the glory days kind of thing. Just really, really fun. Really fun show. And I like ones like that, and I wish they'd do more. SS rank, let's go. Strange concept of capitalism, yeah. And the thing is, his costume is made up like one of those like old 60s, like 70s cartoons or like comic books, right? That's the gimmick. I'm really glad I got someone interested. It's called Super Crooks, and then the other one is called The Great Pretender, which I think is really interesting if you like, kind of like big plots, like around, like they'll be spending time with like some mobster, like getting into the family, and he suspects them, but then like they pin it on someone else who like just killed like somebody. And it's a really good anime, and the animation's really interesting. And it's really cool because like they have like a really good kind of like romance subplot and like bromance between like, I forget the characters because I watched it like during COVID, right? But it like, I just remember like the big stuff about it, but like this one guy who's like French who like did like very basic like pocket watch, and like that's the end of Brush Stranger. Unfortunate. The stream is coming to a close soon. I just want to try and get S rank on a few missions while I still talk right quick. Gonna end in a few minutes though. But he like thinks he scammed someone, right? He scammed this one guy who like he acted like a tourist, and he like played the part, and then he's like, oh my god, he scammed me. Like, he stole my wallet. He wasn't actually a tourist. So he, like, gets in the back of his limo to confront him. And then he's like, yeah, sure, you can, like, report me or whatever to the police and probably get your wallet back. Or, since you're, like, such a good scam artist, like, there's this huge scam I'm about to pull with me and my crew. Like, if you're half as good as you say you are, then, like, prove it and, like, help us do this big job. And I like stuff like that. I think one of the big parts is like they keep a cut of the money, but a large amount of the money goes back into charity and helping like their families. So it's like kind of like a Robin Hood situation where it's not just like, oh, we're criminals and we steal from the rich. It's like yeah. Basically, they're like, oh, we're gonna donate it to like cancer research or like children in need or like hospitals that need them, that kind of thing, which I think is nice. Hey Brush, final question. I'm hopping up. This is a big request, but could you make a video about the Wreckers? My friend Barry's, aka Archon Prime, did a huge video on, or he's planning on, I think he's done a video on the Wreckers. Essentially, the main thing is it's like the Wreckers, like them in Fall of Cybertron, the expanded media. Librush squashed the Discord beef in Hasbro's official server. Dude, there's like a Transformers official. No beef. I don't want to start beef, but their server sucks, dude. It is like the most active, inactive server ever. And like I asked one of the staff, I was like, can I have YouTuber rank as a joke? And then they just didn't respond to me. And like they use AI and there's like AI channels, I believe. And it's just like such like a lame server, if I can be honest. Yeah. I don't know, like I left it. It's too like broad. Like Transformers is one of those franchises. Wait, it exists? Yeah. It's not ran by Hasbro, but like Hasbro I think is like Hasbro has acknowledged it and is like, yeah, that's like the official server like for Discord people, because they have no idea what Discord is. They're a bunch of old hoots in a boardroom. Like they like the Discord thing and they're not making money off of it, so it makes us look cool with the kids, cool and hip. It doesn't really specialize in any one field of Transformers, and I don't know, I just remember not liking it very much. I've like tried joining it twice, and both times it just sucks. We should conquer it with Cosmos merch. Pictures of some knockoff hat with Cosmos, but it's a political movement. Aliens are real. Well, you guys, before I go, I want to ask, do you guys think aliens are real? I love hearing people think if, you know, it is or not. Me personally, I think aliens are real. Yeah, I just don't think that all the people that go like, I was abducted, no way. Like, I'm sure, like, on the other side of the universe, there's definitely aliens that are intelligent like us. They're like, there's a little green bunny man. I think that's, like, it's a nice thought that, you know, there's, like, another species thriving, like, hanging out, and there's, like, they have their own version of Transformers or something. Yeah. I mean, like, aliens are real. There's, like, alien bacteria, but nothing, like, huge, you know what? Like, I think Europa has, like, alien fish or something, NASA said. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if I just lied to everybody. Probably. Cosmos Brush 2026. Let's go. Okay, hold on. Return the arc. I'm gonna right quick. Yeah, but I think aliens are real. Human formers. I think aliens are real, but I don't think they're like living among us or whatever the hell like conspiracy theories there are. I don't think they're beaming people up. I feel like if there were aliens that were like smart enough to like invent space travel and they were like invading us or whatever, like we're like not that interesting, I feel like. Like we know about it, you know? How does it feel being killed with the very weapon of your leader? Because that's all fiction. Fish in space. Outer Tail is real. Dude, it's Undying. She's real. I still need to finish Outer Tail. It's just I don't remember all the voices I did. Outer Tail Chapter 5 when? I don't know. I think it's a nice thought that there's like some aliens or something out there. I think it's cool. It's very interesting. But do I think we're like secretly being invaded like the Skrulls or whatever? They're beaming people up? Nope, not really. I feel like we'd know if there were aliens. Anyways. I am one of these aliens. I remember your genocides. Wow. Okay. Way to call me out like that. Yeah, there we go. Well, that's the end of the stream. Hope you guys all enjoyed that. That was fun. I enjoyed that. I do like this animated background I got. It's just a GIF I made in, you know, Fall of Cybertron, so. W stream, let's go. We beat Devastation, we beat every single challenge mode. So, I don't know what we're gonna play next, just for fun, just for casual fun, but I don't know. We got 3 subs from that stream? I did not notice that. Dude, I swear this Streamlabs does not pick up on all of them. Anyways, I don't know. I want to upgrade the stream somehow. I'm gonna have to, like, the whole, like, this is a necessary war to bring us to glory. I like it, but I kind of want to make a custom one day. May the fork be with you in the cosmos. Let's go. Guys, Transformers are real. Angry Birds Transformers stream when? Like, at least a comic read or something. Oh, dude, for, like, next year's April Fools, I should do, like, a comic dub where it's just like, just the Angry Birds noises. And then, like, just pig noises when they talk. You know what? That might actually be something I do. Now that you brought that up, like, either, like, you know, just, like, nasally, like, bird noises from the game, or actually just trying to do, like, because it's a short comic, it's only, like, 4 issues. There isn't that many characters, if I remember correctly. Anyways, I love you guys. See you in the next video. Go check out, if you haven't, I did a Transformers fighting game video, Beast Wars PS1 fighting game. I did Wildlife of Cybertron, and everybody else has seen the Michael Bay video, I think. But yeah, I've also tried to do more shorts. Alright, peace. Also, I have a Tumblr, Brush Stranger on Tumblr. I draw art like this guy.